So make sure you guys have a block if you like to use one for your practice. Set it off to the side. So good morning, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Happy new day. This is yoga. We're going to start in mountain pose today. So have your big toes touching and your heels slightly apart so the feet are parallel. We're pulling up on the quadriceps, lifting up from the base of the spine, growing tall, opening through the chest, floating up through the crown of the head, and the fingertips will reach down toward the floor. So we have this sense of rooting down and rebounding up, this elongation through the body. And from this position, I'll just want you to rock back and forth on the feet, feeling the connection of the feet to the earth, feeling the different places where you are connected, the heels, the arches, the balls of the feet. And then as you're ready, coming to a place of balanced stillness, so that we're rooting down through all four corners of the feet and lifting up on the arches. Allow the toes to be soft. Beautiful. From here, we'll set up a pattern of even breath. Even the inhale with the exhale. We're inhaling through the nose down to the tailbone and exhaling out the entirety of the spine out through the nose. So bring your attention and your awareness to the breath. Feel your connection, you're rooting down into the earth, the length through the spine. Coming into your body. And if you would like to set an intention for your practice, now's the perfect time. Any energy that you would like to cultivate within your practice today is perfect. Peace, balance, harmony, healing, strength, whatever resonates with you, hold that energy within your body. Breathe that energy into your practice today. Beautiful. And from here, we'll begin. Flip the palms out, inhale, sweeping fingers to the sides and reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. Inhale, sweeping to sides, lifting tall through the spine. Exhale, like moving through water, smooth and easy. Inhale, sweep and lift. Exhale, collect. One last time, inhale, sweep, elongate. And exhale, belly button to spine. From here, place the hands on the sacrum, the low back. You can have the fingertips pointing down or pointing up, whatever's most comfortable. And whichever position you're in, have the elbows squeezing in toward each other. Shoulders are rolling down the back. So there's a nice lift in the chest, length through the spine. You're welcome to lift the gaze ever so slightly as you root down through the soles of the feet. Allow the breath to be full and smooth to create expansion and length. Firm the belly button in and up to support the spine. Continue to reach the elbows toward each other, so we are opening through the shoulders, the collarbones, the chest. Firming the core in toward the spine, nice and strong through the center. Perhaps lifting and opening a little bit more. One more inhale, and as you exhale, returning back through center, palms together at the heart. From here, transfer the weight to the right leg, inhale. As you exhale, lift the left knee up as high as you can. And from here, interlace the fingers, wrap them around the front of the shin, and hug the thigh into the chest. Both hips are even. You may point or flex through the foot. Growing long through sides of the waist, pressing the standing leg back so we have stability and lift. Perhaps hug that thigh in a little closer, finding balance, find something steady to gaze at, and even the inhale with the exhale. Beautiful. On the next exhale, release the thigh parallel to the floor, opening the knee out to the side. Both hips reach forward evenly as the knee presses back. From here, take the hand either to the shin or the bottom edge of the inner thigh, whichever feels most supported to you. You're welcome to leave the opposite hand on the hip or reach fingertips for the ceiling. Shoulders anchor down the back as we lift through the crown of the head, root down through the standing leg, and firm the belly button in and up so we have this sense of balance and buoyancy. Breathing length into the spine, stability into the legs. Continuing to open through that hip. Steady gaze forward. One more inhale, and as you exhale with control, releasing the knee through center and back down to the mat. Recentering the weight, find yourself in mountain pose. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the right knee as high as you can. And from here, interlace the fingers, wrapping them around the shin and hugging the thigh into the chest. Staying broad and open through the collarbones, you can be flexed or pointed through the toe. Pressing back through the standing leg as the hips press forward and the spine lifts as high as you can through the crown of the head. Belly button firms in and up to support the spine. Steady gaze forward, even the inhale with the exhale. Focus the mind on the breath and the quality of your current posture. Finding balance and stillness. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release the thigh parallel to the floor and take the knee out to the side, pointed or flexed through the toes. Both hips reach forward as the knee presses back, so we are equal with both hip points. Hand can rest on the bottom of the thigh or wrap around the shin, whichever is most comfortable. Hand on the hip or fingertips reaching for the ceiling. Long through both sides of the waist, broad and open through the chest. Strong through both legs, steady gaze and steady breath. Breathing into the hip opening, breathing length into the spine, and rooting down through the standing leg. Allow the breath to be smooth. Focus the mind, being present within your body and your current pose. One more inhale, and as you exhale with control, bringing the knee back in through center and find yourself in mountain pose. Recentering the weight over both feet, pulling up on the quads, lifting through the spine, pressing palms together. Inhale. As you exhale, lifting the left thigh parallel to the floor, pointed or flexed through the foot. Inhale. Exhale, rotating from the center of the body to the left. And from here, you can take any variation that feels good. Hand on the outer edge of the thigh and the shin. Left arm reaching back and gaze rolling over the back shoulder. If you would like a little deeper, you're welcome to wrap the left hand around the opposite hip to assist in the twist. Belly button to spine. Lifting tall through the sides of the waist and rolling the shoulders down the back. Steady through the foundation of the legs. The inhale creates elongation. Exhale, further rotation. Find a steady breath. Focus the mind on the quality of the pose. Perhaps twisting a little further. One more inhale. Exhale, returning back through center and find yourself in mountain pose. Recenter the weight of the body, lifting tall through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, lifting the right thigh parallel to the floor, pointed or flexed through the foot, hips are even. Inhale, lift and grow tall. Exhale, rotating from the center to the right. And from here, left hand, outer edge of the thigh and the shin. Right hand reaches back behind you and gaze rolls over the back shoulder. Reaching far through the back fingers or wrapping the hand around the opposite hip for a deeper twist. Shoulders roll down the back, broad and open through the collarbones, lifting and firming in through the core to lift taller through the spine. Steady through the foundation of the legs, elongation on the inhale, core and rotation on the exhale. Finding stability and ease within your pose. If you set an intention for your practice, perhaps reconnecting and embodying that energy. One more inhale. As you exhale, returning to center, palms together, and mountain pose. Recenter the weight of the body, root, and rebound. From here, weight is on the right leg. Extend the left leg forward, flex, turn it out from the hip joint. Coming into tree pose, resting on the calf muscle or on the inner thigh, not the knee. Above or below. Press the sole of the foot into the inner thigh and vice versa, so we have a centralized lift through the body. The knee presses back as both hips press forward, and we lift tall through the spine and sides of the waist. Roll the shoulders down the back, find a steady gaze, and then even breath. Beautiful. Lift taller through the spine, rooting down through the standing leg. And from here, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, and reach the palms toward the ceiling. Upper arms parallel to the ears. Shoulders down the back as the chest lifts, and the crown of the head floats up toward the sky. Allow this lift to come from the base of the pelvis, right here. Lift all the way up through the palms of the hands. Inhale. As you exhale, side bend over to the left, creating length through both sides of the waist, lifting the rib cage up and off the pelvis. Steady through the foundation of the legs. Breathing into the opening of the sides of the waist and the rib cage. Firm the belly button in and up and find your sense of equilibrium. One more exhale. As you inhale, rise up through center, grow tall. Exhale, side bend over to the right, maintaining length through both sides of the waist. We're not collapsing. Continue to lift. Pressing the left knee back as the hips press forward, lifting tall through the spine, the crown of the head, and up through the palms. Allow the breath to move through the entirety of the body. Even the inhale with the exhale. Steady the gaze and focus the mind. Perhaps reaching a little further. Release your last exhale. Inhale, rising up through center. And exhale, returning palms to heart center, foot to floor. Recenter in mountain pose. Split weight, lifting up on the quadriceps, shoulders down the back. Weight is on the left leg, extend the right leg forward. Flex, turn it out from the hip, coming into tree pose. Calf muscle or inner thigh, not the knee. Pressing the sole of the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot, so we have a centralized lift through the spine. Palms press together by widening the shoulder blades against the back body. Everything connected as one piece, action counterbalance. Lifting tall through crown of the head, steady the breath and steady the gaze. The right knee presses back as both hips press forward. And interlace the fingers, pressing the palms forward, rising up to press up toward the ceiling, shoulders down the back. Creating length through sides of the waist, belly button to spine. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, side bend over to the right. As much length as you can through both sides of the waist. Broad and open through the chest as the palms press up. Steady through the foundation of the legs. Even and smooth through the breath as you lift and balance. Perhaps finding a little extra length through the torso, groundedness through the standing leg. Release the last exhale, inhale, rising up through center. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Creating length through both sides of the waist. Lifting tall through the crown of the head. Anchor the shoulder blades down the back. Focus the gaze on something steady and allow the breath to be smooth and even. Finding a sense of balance and equilibrium. Perhaps reconnecting with the intention you've set for your practice and embodying that energy in your current pose. Release your last exhale, inhale, rising up through center. Exhale, returning palms to the heart and foot to the floor. Centered in mountain pose. Shoulders down the back, chest is lifted. Find your breath. Beautiful. And from here we'll begin to take half sun salutations. Staying in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep and lift. Exhale, bend the knees, folding forward, release the torso. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, rise, reaching fingertips for sky. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, bend the knees and fold, belly button to spine. Inhale, flat back, look up. fold. Inhale, using the power of the legs and the core to rise, lift. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, create length and stability as you fold. Inhale, flat back, lift the chest. Exhale. Inhale, use the legs, rise. Exhale, palms together. One more time. Inhale, sweep and lift. Exhale, bend and fold. And from here, we will stay for a few breaths, making sure the weight is not in the heels, but is shifted forward toward the front of the feet. Belly button firms in and up to support the arc of the spine. There's a gentle bend in the backs of the knees. From here, take the hands and wrap them around the outer edges of the ankles, relaxing the elbows, the neck, and the back of the head. Continue to draw the shoulder blades up the back so the ears and the shoulders are not crunched together, but we're nice and long. Breathe into the back of the hamstrings, breathe into the back of the rib cage, and feel both feet rooting down firmly into the earth. Allow the gentle pull of gravity to create decompression for the spine as well as opening through the hamstrings. And from here, we'll begin a gentle flow. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees as deep as is comfortable. Inhale, press to straighten and lift the hips. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale to straighten and lift. Keeping a soft bend in the back of the knees. Very strong and lifted through the core so the spine is protected through this movement. Staying connected to the earth, perhaps exploring a little deeper into the stretch each time. Moving with the rhythm of the breathing. And after this last lift, remaining in your forward fold, perhaps a little deeper. For the next couple breath cycles, you're welcome to remain here or interlace the fingers behind the back. Press the hands up and forward, opening through the shoulders. In any variation, firm the hips in and up. Lift up on the quadriceps and relax the neck. One more inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, using the legs to press yourself up to standing, reach for the sky. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. From here, have your block handy for a forward fold. Take your legs wide. The feet are parallel, arms out to a T. So from here, the ankles should be beneath the wrists or in between the elbow and the wrist, whatever's most comfortable for you. Sealing the outer edges of the feet into the floor, pulling up on the inner thighs and the quads, lifting from the base of the pelvis to grow tall through the spine and open through the chest. Hands on the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, gentle bend forward, halfway, parallel to the floor. From here, allow there to be a gentle bend in the knees, and take any variation of a forward fold that's comfortable. That could mean high setting of the block, medium or low, palms on the floor, or palms in between the feet, bending the elbows. Any variation is welcome. Make sure the weight's not back in the heels, but still forward over the balls of the feet. Widen the shoulder blades against the back body. Lift up on the quadriceps. Relax the neck and even the breath. Focus the mind on the rhythm of breathing and the quality of your current posture, noticing where you are connected to the floor, and noticing where your body is lifted up through the hips, long through the spine. Perhaps allowing gravity to assist you further into the fold. And from here, we will straighten the spine about parallel to the floor, firming belly button in and up. And again, you are welcome to use your block. We're coming into a twist. Take the right hand beneath the chest. Elongate through the crown of the head on an inhale. Exhale, rotating to the left from the core, through the rib cage, the shoulder, and reaching up through the fingertips. Do a hip check to make sure they're even and not rotating into the pose with you. You're welcome to use your block, a fist, or the palm. Any variation is perfect. Shoulders anchor down the back so we are long through the neck, reaching high through the top hand. Gentle gaze and even breath. Elongate on the inhale. Core stability and twist on the exhale. You're welcome to remain here, or you can wrap the top arm around the opposite hip for a deeper shoulder opening and twist. Strong through the foundation of the legs and long through the spine. Perhaps twisting a little further or remaining in stillness, present with the breath and the body. One more inhale, perhaps to release the wrap, and exhale with control, returning back to center. Switching, left hand beneath the chest, inhale, elongate, and exhale, rotating from the core, the rib cage, the shoulder, and up through the hand. Lift the gaze. And again, hip check, make sure they're not going with you. Keep them even, rooting down through both feet, long through sides of the waist. Really anchor the shoulders down the back so we can remain long through the neck and the crown of the head. Lifting tall through the top arm. Elongation on the inhale, twist on the exhale. Feel your 3 points of connection to the floor as you root and rebound. You're welcome to stay here, or you can wrap the top arm around the opposite hip for a deeper twist. Roll the shoulders back and down. If you set an intention for your practice, perhaps reconnecting with that energy here and embodying it in your current posture. One more inhale, perhaps to release the wrap, and exhale, returning back down to center. Once again, finding yourself in a forward fold. Any variation is welcome. You can have the elbows beneath the shoulders, palms in between the feet. Allow there to be length in the spine and the back of the neck. Strong through the legs, weight of the body toward the front of the feet and out of the heels, belly button to spine. Beautiful. From here, one more inhale. As you exhale, gentle bend in the knees, using the legs to press yourself back up to standing. And walk the feet in. Find yourself in mountain pose. From here, we'll begin to flow. At the top of the mat, feet together, lifting tall through the spine. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, stepping back into plank pose. Hold here for a few breaths. Tailbone reaches back behind you, chest reaches forward. Broaden through the upper back, strong through both thighs. Steady and even through the breath. Press the floor away, creating a sense of buoyancy through the torso and the legs. One more inhale, and as you exhale, press the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Nice and easy. You're welcome to pedal out the feet. Find any comfortable position in your downward facing dog. And eventually coming to a place of stillness with both heels reaching for the floor, pressing the thighs back and up, widening the shoulder blades away from each other, and lifting tall through the sides of the waist. Relax the neck. Find your breath. From here on an inhale, sweep a straight right leg up to the ceiling. Keep the hips even. You can flex or point through the toe. Staying broad and open through the chest. Strong through the core. Lifting tall through the legs and the spine. One line of energy from the palms of the hands up through the top foot. And from here, we'll begin to flow. Inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward, rotating from the center of the body, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, pressing back and up, lifting through the leg. Exhale, shift forward, rotate, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift and elongate. Exhale, moving with the rhythm of your breath, smooth and steady. And keeping the core firm and strong to create a nice center through the movement. Perhaps twisting a little further each time, lifting a little higher. One more lift, and this time on the exhale, shift forward and bring the foot up between the hands, staying in a low lunge. We are straight and lifted through the back thigh, 90 degrees in the front knee, and both hips are even, equidistant from the mat. From the core in and up and reach the chest forward. We are coming into a twist, so you are welcome to use the block on the high setting, medium, or low on the inner edge of the foot. You're also welcome to come to the fist or the palm, just not the fingers. Inhale to elongate. Exhale, rotating from the core up through the rib cage, shoulder, and reaching up through the fingers. Keeping both hips steady and even. Pull the feet in toward each other like you're trying to fold your mat in half, so we have a centralized balance of energy. If you'd like a little deeper, you are also welcome to hook the elbow and press the palms together. Allow the breath to be smooth and steady. Anchor the shoulder blades down and back to lift and open through the chest. Elongation on the inhale and twist on the exhale. Strong through the foundation of the legs, and focus the mind being present with the breath and the body. One more inhale As you exhale, returning through center, sending the right leg back into plank pose and holding here for a few breath cycles. Pressing up and back through the thighs, reaching forward through the chest. Shoulders down the back, belly button to spine. Press the floor away, creating length and buoyancy through the torso. Even the breath and soften the gaze. One more inhale. As you exhale, pressing the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Find yourself centered, balanced, pressing the hips up and back. Broad and open through the chest and the upper back. Long through sides of the waist. Spread the fingers wide and press down evenly through both palms. On an inhale, sweep a straight left leg up toward the ceiling. Flexed or pointed through the toes, either way is perfect. Continue to press the hips back and up, opening through the hamstring in the front of the hip. Relax the neck and allow the breath to be smooth. Firm the belly button in and up to support the spine and the pelvis. Lift that leg a little higher, create a little more length. One more inhale. And on the exhale, shift the weight forward, rotating from the center, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, shift back and up, elongate. Exhale, forward and twist. Inhale. Creating length, moving from the core, the center of the body. Strong through all limbs and smooth through the breath. Perhaps a little longer and a little deeper each time. Beautiful. One more cycle here. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the foot forward, up between the hands for a low lunge. 90 degrees in the front knee, straight, and lift it through the back thigh. It's absolutely okay if the knee is bent or if you want to rest it on the mat. Any variation that is safe for your body is perfect. Keep the hips even, long through sides of the waist, and any variation with the block, the fist, or the palm is great. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, rotating from the belly, the rib cage, and up, elbow and fingertips. Shoulders down the back, length through both sides of the waist. Evenly inhale with the exhale. If you'd like a little deeper, you're welcome to take the top arm and wrap it around the hip, or you can hook the elbow and press the palms together. Pull the feet in toward each other so that you can even the hips, firm the inner thighs in toward each other, lengthen through the spine and up through the crown of the head. Elongation on the inhale, twist, and core stability on the exhale. Focus the mind being present with the breath and the body, and perhaps embodying the energy of your intention for today's practice. One more inhale, exhale, returning through center, finding yourself in plank pose, and holding here for a few breaths. Creating one line of energy through the body from the heels out through the crown of the head. Firm the belly button in and up. Broad and wide through the upper back, long through the spine. Steady through the breath, finding extra length. Steady through the mind. Focus. One more inhale. Exhale, knees to mat. Find yourself in tabletop. Tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Knees under the hips. Palms beneath the shoulders. Belly button to spine. From here, we'll take a few cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, curl the tailbone into the body. Round the spine. Release the neck and the back of the head. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Pull the chest forward. Lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the tailbone, round the spine, widen the shoulders. Inhale, lift, elongate, roll the shoulders down the back. Move at the rhythm of your own breath, creating fluidity and core support through the hips, the spine, and the shoulders. Staying rooted down through the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet. Beautiful. We'll take one more round here. And as you're ready, returning back to tabletop. We're coming in to thread the needle. So bring the big toes together. The knees are slightly wider than the torso. From here, inhale, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, threading the right hand underneath, shoulder blade and head to the mat. Continue to reach the right fingers forward. You can press the left palm into the floor to assist in the rotation. Press the hips back and up, creating length through sides of the waist. Belly button firming in to support the spine. Elongation on the inhale and twist on the exhale. If you'd like a little deeper, you're also welcome to take the top arm and wrap it around the opposite hip. Smooth and steady through the breath. One more inhale, perhaps to release the wrap, and exhale, walking yourself back up through center. Inhale, right arm reaches forward. Exhale, threading the left arm underneath, shoulder blade and head to the mat. You can press into the right palm to create length through the waist, up through the hips. Continuing to open the right side body up toward the ceiling. Rooting down through the tops of the feet. Belly button firming in and up. And you're welcome to remain here. You can also take the top arm and wrap it around the opposite hip for a deeper shoulder opening and twist. Allow the breath to be even and smooth. Perhaps opening a little further, creating a little more length through the spine. One more inhale. And exhale, returning yourself back up through center. From here, we'll come onto the hips, have your block handy. Finding ourselves in boat pose. Sitting evenly on the sit bones, inner thighs together. Long through sides of the waist. From the center of the body, lifting shins parallel to the floor, pointing through the toes. Shoulders anchored down the back. You can remain here with the hands on the back of the hamstrings. They can support behind you or outstretch, palms facing the ceiling. Find length through the torso, concavity through the belly. Even the inhale with the exhale. Again, rooting down to create a sense of lift and buoyancy through the torso and the legs. Focus the gaze and reconnect with the intention you have set for your practice, embodying that energy in your current pose. Beautiful. From here, we'll begin to flow. On the inhale, elongate and lower. Exhale, bend the knees, collect. front through center. Inhale and exhale. Allow this movement to be smooth and full, moving with the breath. You're welcome to use the hands on the mat. All is welcome. Rise all the way, creating length through the body. And we'll take one more, finding yourself back in boat pose. One more inhale, and exhale, releasing the feet to the mat. Allow the feet to be hips distance, about 90 degrees in the knees, and we'll walk ourselves back, laying the spine down on the mat. Anchor the tailbone into the floor, and anchor the shoulder blades so that there's space between the low back and the mat. Nice neutral spine. Shoulders down the back. If you would like, you can use the block between the inner thighs to train the body not to roll out to the pinky side of the foot, but to stay centered. Palms press down into the floor beside you. We will rise and fall out of bridge pose. On the inhale, curl the tailbone into the body. Lift the spine up off the mat, one vertebra at a time. Hips rise. Exhale, release the spine down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Coming to a neutral spine. Inhale, curl the tailbone. Lift and rise through the hips. Shoulders remain down the back. Exhale, core stability and support. Belly button to spine with control. Inhale, lift and rise. A little higher. Exhale, lower. This time as we inhale, we'll remain lifted through the hips. Inhale. The hips both lift and reach away from you, so we are maintaining length through the sides of the waist. Inner thighs turning in toward each other, soles of the feet pressing into the floor. If you would like a little deeper, you're also welcome to interlace the fingers beneath you and roll the shoulders underneath the chest. Press the outer edges of the forearms into the mat, lifting high through the hips and long, so we are elongating through the low back. Allow the breath to be steady and smooth, open through the chest. Continue to lift, rooting down into the floor to create buoyancy through the hips and the torso. Steady the gaze, focus the mind on the breath and the quality of your current pose. One more inhale, and as you exhale, gently release the spine back down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Remove the block, placing it to the side. Recenter the spine. Hugging both thighs into the chest, taking the thighs wider than the torso. We'll come into any variation of happy baby. Feet are flexed, hands on the inner edges of the legs. They can rest on the shins, on the outer edges of the feet. And if you'd like the full pose, press the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling, 90 degrees in the knees. In any variation, the hips will want to come up with you. So keep that tailbone anchored to the floor, space through the low back and the floor. So we are long through the spine. Nice and strong through the legs, open and broad through the chest. Pressing the soles of the feet as the thighs reach down toward the floor. You're welcome to stay here in stillness. You can also rock side to side. And if it feels good, you can press the legs out to the side, whatever resonates with your body today. Breathing into the hip opening, nice and strong through the core. You're welcome to remain in stillness for the next couple breath cycles, or you can press out further, deepening the hip opening. And one more inhale, exhale, bending the knees, hugging both knees into the chest. Take the arms out to a T, pressing the palms into the mat. Scooch the hips over to the right about an inch. Inhale. Exhale, release the knees to the left and the gaze over the right shoulder. Both shoulder blades connected to the mat. Inner thighs connected, long through sides of the waist. Belly button firms in and up, continuing to support the spine through the twist. You're welcome to use the left hand on the outer edge of the thigh. You can allow the gentle pull of gravity to support you as well. Whatever feels most comfortable for your body. Continuing to breathe into your current pose. You're welcome to remain in stillness or explore a little deeper into the twist. One more inhale. As you exhale, use your core to invite the knees back up through center. Recenter through the hips, and then scooch them to the left about an inch. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the knees to the right and the gaze over the left shoulder. Both hands pressing into the mat, shoulder blades anchored into the mat, inner thighs connected. And if you'd like a little extra, you can reach the hand on the outer edge of the thigh. Allow the gentle pull of gravity to assist. Staying as long as you can through both sides of the waist, confirming the belly button in and up. Feeling your connection to the mat, the rooting down of the entire body into the floor. Smooth and steady through the breath. Focus the mind on the breathing and your current pose. Take one more breath cycle here. And on your next exhale, from the core of the body, pulling the knees back in through center. Recenter the hips and the spine and the shoulders. And any last movement that your body would like before your final resting pose, go ahead and take it. And as you're ready, both legs elongate a little wider than the torso. Arms out to the sides, palms up toward the ceiling. Begin to grow heavy into the mat. You're welcome to close the eyes. We'll take 3 breaths of release here. That's in through the nose to expand like a balloon through the belly and the chest. We'll hold at the top for a couple seconds, and to exhale is a slight compression of the abdomen and out through the back of the throat. So it sounds like, okay. Take a cleansing breath in and out. And we'll begin. Inhale through the nose, expand like a balloon. Hold. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release, let it go. One more inhale, expands like a balloon and hold at the top. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Release the hands, release the efforts of the breath. Allow the body to melt into the floor and relax. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Warm energy through the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Relax through the core, release the legs. Relax through the heart center and the lungs. Full body release. And from here, we'll remain for a minute or so in stillness. Start to deepen the breath, bringing the awareness back into the body, into this current moment and space. Invite movement back in through the hands, the feet, the wrists, and the ankles. Hug one knee into the chest and the other. You're welcome to rock side to side. And as you're ready, rolling off to one side and resting the head on the top of the arm, connecting to the earth. And using the hands and the legs to press yourself up to a cross-legged seated position. Crossing at the shins. Sitting upright on the sit bones, long through the spine. Palms together at the heart center. Allowing the energy cultivated within your practice to take root and anchor within you. Take a moment of gratitude for taking this time today to cultivate energy and intention. Inhale. Exhale, bowing head to heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Beautiful. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for taking the time. I always love to hear your intentions. So if you'd like to share them with me, I would love to hear. And if you have questions, please do let me know. But have a marvelous, blessed day. I love all of you. Mwah. Thank you.